Hey guys, Matthew here, and in the last episode I'm going to be showing you finally how to configure the virtual machine to just get it up to standards if there's a few things that are a bit bonk. So first off, I set this up in the second episode connecting it to the domain, and when we put on the domain I get this: please log in, welcome to Rockwood Hill, and we'll just click that. We're going to log in with, we'll log in with the administrator account, because what we need to do is we need to configure, the PowerShell script that will allow me to remove a ton of Windows apps, because what I'm getting is every time a user logs on, it will take about 7 minutes to log in, and watch what happens. So we do the hi, we're getting everything ready for you, and then we're actually having some issues there with it takes several minutes, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we have some PowerShell scripts that I didn't write, but I've got, and there's two simple commands. As you can see here, you guys have seen this before. So we're going to run PowerShell commands updated, move it over here, and these are the two commands: get app package all users where object, something like that, remove package. So pretty much it's going to say remove all apps apart from store. So let's start. As you can see, all the icons have mapped from our previous episode. We're going to go to mpal server / sorry, no, not mpal server, fs, and we're going to go into the resources drive. Now, everyone on the network has access to it, so we're going to go to resources IT, creating thin client testing, PowerShells, commands updated, and we're going to grab our first one like that. We're then going to try to run PowerShell. Now here's a little trick. If you want to run PowerShell as administrator without right-clicking, push Control and Shift, push Enter, and it will run it as the administrator. Then what we're going to do is we'll just wait for it for a second, and then we'll paste the two commands. Okay, let's paste our first command, and this is going to go through all of these apps and remove most of them. As you can see, it's going to go absolutely spamming and glitching out. Now, because I'm doing this over the network through vMix capture, it might seem a bit laggy, and I do apologize. I'm still looking into some screen capture software, so I'm not sure how well this is going to look. So fingers crossed it all still working. Alright, just continue. 35 activities, 36, let's have a look. Oh my gosh, can you see it's just going and removing stuff? Now there are some things I have to do manually. These new things I need to remove, but it's still easy enough to do. We can uninstall that. Clips, we don't need that. We don't need Microsoft Remote Desktop. We don't need Microsoft Tips. We don't need MSN News, Weather, Network Speed Test. Never used it, but I'm not going to even bother with it. We're going to remove sway, uninstall, and there you go. As you can see, we've just removed a ton of crap off our system, and yeah, now we're pretty much done. That's one thing we need to do. We're also just going to quickly also run this command as well, just to check. I don't know why we have it, but it's purely the second command that I've been told to run by the online forums that I've been going with. So run that. This virtual machine oh no, I've done that wrong, because there's an exclamation mark. There we go. Not an exclamation mark, there's a question mark there. Wow, I mean it's 7 o'clock. And as you can see, true. And we've got rid of a ton of stuff, which is what we needed to do. CPU Z, let's just check that works. And yes, it does. As you can see, it thinks the processor, it tells us the speed and stuff, but it doesn't actually tell us like the temperatures because it's virtualized, so it won't actually bring it through. VMware. Alright, so those are the commands done. Final thing we're going to do is I'm just going to go and log off as the administrator. And then what we're going to do is we're going to log in as a domain user just to check everything's working. And then once that's done, we'll show you how quick it was, because you probably noticed it took quite some time to get the apps originally working. So what we'll do is we'll log in as a domain user. Bam. That's how quick our domain controller is here. Now we're all running Cat6 on our network, and I'm capturing this over over Ethernet. So this is actually, I'm recording onto a separate laptop, so it might be a little slow. Okay, it's just stopped. Come on, vMix, what's going on? There we go. As you can see, this is the capture software I'm using. So here we go. We are completely logged on to the desktop now, and that literally took like no tomorrow. And as you can see, all of our apps are gone. We can unpin them and things like that. Unpin, 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 unpin. As you can see, done. We have one successful virtual machine completed. The last thing we're going to check is, because this is in group policy, we should have our network drives mapped, and they all are, which is fantastic. That's because I'm using a domain controller, and I've set this up in a group policy management. We also have KeyPass on here as well, so we can log in to our passwords. Our remote desktop connection database is on here. We have our Z drive, so all of our staff have their desktops and their documents and all kinds of things like that mapped to that folder. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed it of this 3-part series. Please hit that like button if you're looking forward to learning about Active Directory and also creating a Windows Deployment Services server. If we get 100 likes, I will show you how to do it earlier than anticipated. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.